Say that you want me. Say that you need me now. Say that you want me. Say that you need me now. Coming up this high, thinking about you. Can't wait till next time. Secret knocks on my door. You the John Doe I've been waiting for. What we gon' do? What you got planned? What's in your mind? Down to explore. It's John Doe I've been waiting for. Say that you want me. Say that you need me now. Say that you want me. Say that you need me now. It's funny, it's running into you. Remember last time? It's funny, it's running into you. Remember last time? Now I'm here. What you got plans in your mind? Down for whatever.
You're not respecting me. Cue the mood.
Confident, vibrant, and quirky with an edge. This is 10 Minutes with Tiffany J. 10 Minutes with Tiffany J features the inside scoop as she juggles the world around her, a 9 to 5, along with a handful of gifts and talents that will blow your mind. All things Tiffany J on her website at MissTiffanyJ.com. Now, let's get into the show.
So, as you know, I'm on my way to work. And before I say this next thing, in my prayer, I wanted to go on and just go ahead and let you guys in on what I was praying about. So I was saying to God, I was like, all right, you've called me to be a leader. I've been strong all my life unknowingly. And I think that's the thing. Some people don't realize that they're strong because of the things that they've dealt with. Strong, strength, have mental toughness, whatever you want to call it. And maybe it's mental toughness to deal with certain things. And so now, with the recent current events that are going on in my life, I feel like God is calling me to be a different type of leader. And what do I mean by that? I mean, I've been a leader because of my natural gifts and talents, to where I rise above the cream of the crop because I am at the top tier level of what I bring to the table. And thus, I'm naturally looked upon as inspiration, or people will gravitate to me. And because my track record within those talents are, pretty much top tier or top shelf, however you want to say it, I'm called upon. You know what I mean? And thus, therefore, my confidence level in those areas mainly are what get me through. Now, I remember a lot of times in middle and high school, I used to always think, if it wasn't for my gifts and talents, would I ever have any friends? Because I felt like sometimes people were only my friends because they were like, oh yeah, Tiffany Taylor, the one that sings, yeah, her. Or yeah, she does this or she does that. So they knew me for what I could do, but not necessarily who I was. But is what I do who I am as well? And vice versa? I questioned it a lot again still in college, because I often, again, just pretty much fell into leadership roles. And this one particular period, I was dance captain in the marching band. I also was an RA. Again, all leadership roles, just taking the lead. Always behind the stage, looking at the audience type thing. And I remember after practice, I would get up with my co-captain. We would come up with the routines, and they would be like killer, So I always known, she's a great choreographer, et cetera, et cetera. But always at the end of practice, and it could have been, because I lived further away and away from where everyone else lived, but I was always walking by myself back to the dorm rooms or back to the apartment. I might have had one. Well, that's a lie. Okay. I've had friends, but sometimes I felt like I didn't have, that clique of people that you always rolled with. Like like the Gross sisters are always together in the Proud Family, something like that. I know that was random, but something like that. That's something that I always was just like, what is that? So that was in the past. And now as I've gotten older, I've realized I've been placed in an interesting position. My age gives me tenure and experience, but my actual look gives me the ability to infiltrate certain age groups and age brackets, and also to be able to bridge age gaps that establish trust amongst people so that I can get whatever agenda taken care of. For instance, when I'm with older people who believe I'm of a certain age or younger than they think that I am, once I start talking about certain things or just talking period, they'll realize, okay, she's got some sense, some intelligence, and some maturity. I like her. Boom. Same thing with my clients. I like her. Boom. I can trust her because she knows what she's doing. Cool. When I get with people that appear that or think that I'm younger than what I am, they just gravitate because we can speak the same language, we look the same, and she's not old, so I like her because she's not old and she gets it. And then when I'm with my own peer group, sometimes honestly, I do feel out of place with my own peer group because I feel like they're where they're supposed to be, and this is due to comparison, which they say don't do. But I feel that they're where they're supposed to be as far as their house, their kids, into their careers and things like that. And even though I've been in my career, I'm not at the top tier of that particular thing. And I've been still working hard at it. And certain things, such as music industry wise, and then what I do with my retail job, they take a while. Some people, you go to school specifically for what you go to school for, and then boom, you're out and you're working in it, and then you just move up. Not so much for me. And so now with my recent events that I won't disclose, but I'll talk about it later in life, I feel like God is calling me to be the leader that I've never been before. And this type of leader is a leader who you recognize you're the leader, you are aware that you're the leader, and you actually have to now put your foot down and take charge and say, okay, we are doing this. And if you need to know why, this is why, or this is the role that you play. I'm not trying to be a leader to say that I am in control and I have control. That's not what it is. I'm placed here for a reason because of my knowledge, because of my mental toughness, because of the ability to stay sane, cool, calm, and collective in those worst case scenarios. That's why I'm here, to keep you together so that you can be the best person that you can be. And I feel like that's what he's calling me to do. It's time out for sitting in the sidelines and only speaking up when, all right, nobody else will let me speak up. Because there used to be a time where I remember, like you're like the smartest person in the class and you're always raising your hand, and then you realize, all right, let me give somebody else a chance. But now with the way that the world is going, we actually need people to step up that know what they're doing, that have the integrity and the character to do the right thing at all times. Well, like, we need those people at all times, period. We don't need them to sit back. We don't need anybody to, I'm not saying take breaks, but when you're on, you need to be on, and you're on call. And sometimes as a leader, you got to understand that you're on call pretty much 24/7, 25/8, or whatever you want to call it, all the time. Now you got to pace yourself, and you have to make sure that certain people don't come into your space. I know that so much now than I ever did before. And I'm not going to beat myself up. I'm not going to do that. It's time out also for thinking negatively about yourself because of the past and how, and the decisions that you've made to bring you to such a place as the present. Y'all, the light's green and people just be driving slow. I don't understand. Anyway, you have to always find the limelight, the silver lining, the opportunity, the thing that helps you get over the hurdle so that you can get to the next phase. Always keep pushing. Always keep believing. That's like that will that you have. The will to keep going. And you've heard stories of tragic events happening to people. And they just overcome. And you're just like, wow. And then you look at your situation, which is not even half of what they've gone through. And you're like, but how can I? And it's okay. You can too. Start small. Your small may be the size of a penny. My small may be the size of a boulder. I don't know. It doesn't matter. We can't compare like that. But your small is just as equal to mine. Because sometimes once you get to where you're going, then only I can get to where I'm going. Everybody's part is integral, is important, it's imperative. Everybody's role is important. I might be waiting for someone else to meet someone else. So by the time I get where I'm supposed to be, boom, the relationship has already been established and it clicks. And I see it. I can look back at the timeline and the trajectory of my life and just say, if it weren't for this and this and this and this and this, all these people are interconnected and they know each other. And even when people dismiss themselves from your life, you're still connected. You are still connected and will always be. No one ever truly goes away. And that's why let's say when people, like when they're not friends anymore, when they break up or they decide to go their separate ways, I think that hurts more and it's harder to accept than when someone has passed on a transition, because you know that they're not going to come back, at least into this realm. And so I met my 10-minute mark, and I just wanted to just think about leadership today. Leadership and what that really means, and how I really truly need to get it together and step up my game and build my confidence back up, like beyond whatever I think that it could be, and just lead and be. Because there's people plenty of times that come out the woodworks, or just when I'm doing whatever I'm doing, they say, yo, like you pull me out of the dark phases of my life. And I'm just being myself. And that's truly a blessing, because it's not something that I'm trying to do to manipulate, to get people to get somewhere. But now that I'm truly aware of who I am, whose I am, and what I actually hold, I have to be more careful about when I'm in my dark spaces. Because even when I'm down, I'm still good, but I can be so much better when I hurry up and deal with it, go to my point people that I can emotionally pour out to, and then come back on top. I so desire to be like the evergreen tree, where you cannot tell what season I'm in. But the people that love me and that are very close to me, that know, they know. And even people that know me, that don't spend a lot of time with me, it's just, they know. They're like, something's up with Tiffany. Have you talked to her? Is she okay? I can just tell something's up. She's off. And I appreciate y'all. I'm still here. I'm still in the game. And I'm going to be better than ever. Way better than ever. Because at this point, and I'm not saying I'm not going to have another situation where like, oh my gosh, what do? I don't know if I can beat this. But every single time, every single time, life gives you a something that you gotta jump over. You come out and you're like, yo, like it's like you level up, and you're like, I mean, come on, give me your best shot, because I done been through this, and this. Now what? And that's how I see it. And so, as I'm continuing to be a leader, I want to make sure that I give you my passion and my enthusiasm and excitement, and that comes from a positive place. But I don't want to give you my anger and frustration. And if I am angered and frustrated, I want it to be well thought out, so that I can express it from a peaceful, in a peaceful place, in a place of patience and diligent thinking, so that I can get my point across. I don't want to ever respond out of emotion and cause more harm than necessary. And that's something that I'm working on as I'm going forward, cultivating an environment within myself, within my being, within my soul, that's peaceful, it's nurturing, it's kind, it's giving, it's loving, all those things, so that I can exude that everywhere I go, and that it precedes me. All right, so leadership, think about that, and think about the type of leader that you are, that you have been, and how you can grow and continue to be a better leader today. Think about that. Good people, have a great day. Take care of yourselves and pray for everybody. Pray for everybody. If you meditate or whatever it is that you do, take time and lift people up, because there's a lot going on. All right, take care. Y'all be blessed.
That was another edition of 10 Minutes with Tiffany J. I hope you all enjoyed yourselves. I know I did. Now you can get more episodes on my website at www.misstiffanyj.com. But don't stop there. Hop on over to the music tab and check out your favorite Tiffany J record, starting with my latest singles, Work For It and Callin' Me, which is on all digital platforms. Also with a bomb video showcase on YouTube featuring the Queen City, Charlotte, North Carolina. All right, y'all, this is for the few people that I rock with, and if you want to connect with any of them for their expertise and their craft, hit me up so that I can link you. First, I want to shout out my indie label 646 Entertainment Group. It's a one-stop shop for the ultimate music experience, artist development, engineering, road management, business awareness on how to properly release your songs, get royalties, and more. Next, I want to shout out No Gossip, Just Talk with Tanisha and Mitra, who inspired me to step outside of my comfort zone and start this podcast. I pop up every now and then with a topic, and we have a blast with Girl Talk 101. Special attention needs to be drawn to my boy, Sarian, for answering my prayers and becoming a part of my journey musically and beyond. More to come as life unfolds. I'll save some for later. Now, my jewel, no pun intended, is my accountability partner, who has like the exact same mind as me. When we link, things happen in the atmosphere. I am so glad we crossed paths. Angel, my love, you are an inspiration. Dance fitness is a lifestyle, and you do it with such ease. If anyone wants to be fit, curvy, wavy, let me know. We can get our dance craze on with Angel. She's also one of the guests of No Gossip, Just Talk, so make sure you check her out there. Last but not least for now, the Purple Charlotte Steppers Club, which embodies an entire dance community of some of the best people I've met on the planet. You'll see me live there Thursday at 6:30 on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram with the Purple Thursday Experience. Now, if you listening to this need ad space and want to join the platform, DM me and we'll discuss membership so that we can get your business out there. Reserve your spot is next with Purple Charlotte Steppers Club. You all take care.
What's up, Dance World? This your boy Herschel KG. This beautiful lady is.
I'm Tiffany J.
If you missed out last week, you do not want to miss out this week, because last week was lit.
Amazing. So if you want to be in the building, make sure you go to
purplecharlotte.com.
Reserve your spot.
Yeah.
Okay? And if you can't make it, it's all right, because you can go to Purple Charlotte Steppers Club on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. And do what?
Join us live.
6:30 on Thursdays. We'll see you there, okay? We your hosts, Tiffany J.
Herschel KG.
Mm.
Deuces.
We'll see you there.